So when is the bull market going to start? Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts when the bull market I think is going to start and when things are going to bottom and when things are going to start heading up. So you need to stick around to the end of this video to hear exactly what I'm talking about. But make sure before we get into the video, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe with notifications on, and that you stick around to the end. So right now we're actually in a bear market when it comes to the crypto market. Even if we take a look at the stock market, look, the stock market is not making new highs. We are basically at resistance here and it's not breaking out. This was the high in January 2022. So in January 2022, the stock market topped out, went all the way down. Also at the beginning of this very year, cryptos reached a bottom point and they actually appreciated more than 100%. Bitcoin went up more than 100%. From the bottom to the top, about 104%. That's pretty good. That's pretty bullish, right? Very exciting. But let me share with you my thoughts on how the cycles work and how everything is going to go, in my opinion, in the future. So every 4 years, there is a Bitcoin halving cycle, which reduces the supply of Bitcoin. And this essentially creates a bull market every 4 years. This is what we know as the bull cycle for cryptocurrencies. And these things actually fall in line with equity cycles, monetary cycles, interest rate hikes and cuts and all these different cycles which create and cause bull markets. So even though the stock market is a great asset to invest in, that it always usually appreciates every single year, it doesn't go straight up. It has hiccups, it has reversals, it has things called bear markets. A bear market is basically a pause in the market where the market goes down for a period of time before it resumes its bull market. And we see these pauses or bear markets or consolidations, whatever you want to call them, honestly. We see them every several years for cryptos and stocks, right? But here is the thing. The Fed is raising rates right now. And there's an old saying in the stock market, when rates are high, stocks will die. So rates are high right now, about 6 or 7%. And they used to be just a couple of years ago, almost nothing. And then you saw at that point, crypto's going up like crazy, the stock market going up like crazy. But guess what they're doing now? They're raising rates. And this is supposed to slow down the economy because there's high inflation. It's supposed to make everything bad. And guess what that does? It brings down the inflation number. And that's what is really important for the Fed. And that's why they're raising rates. So at some point next year, the Fed is likely to actually cut rates. So by cutting rates, it's actually going to lower interest rates. And they don't typically bottom immediately after rates are cut. But some historical patterns have shown that when the Fed begins to cut rates, the markets, in anticipation of these lower rates, will actually bottom and continue to go up and enter into some type of bullish market, which could be a possibility next year. So I think it's possible for the Fed to actually cut rates. They're going to pause rates next year. They're going to possibly cut rates next year, depending on the incoming data regarding inflation. Then we have the Bitcoin halving cycle, which is going to be around spring, between spring and summer. And around that time, we can also have a Bitcoin spot ETF approval, or several of them already approved by that time. So I'm thinking at some point next year, cryptos are going to be very, very bullish. And I do think that cryptocurrencies, this is my honest opinion, I can be completely wrong, just like everyone else can be wrong. This is just basically a pure guess. But I personally think that Bitcoin is going to correct and crash massively along with the stock market at some point this year. And then towards the end of this year, maybe early next year, Q1, Q2 of next year, I think we're going to find some type of bottom. And I think we're going to start to head up into the halving, into the Fed anticipation of the Fed cutting rates, and into a whole bunch of bullishness. This is my opinion. This is what I'm thinking. I could be totally wrong. I'm not an equities expert. I'm not an expert on data like there are some others out there. But this is my guess, and this is what I'm thinking. And I think a lot of people share this same opinion. So at some point next year, a lot of these altcoins are going to bottom, maybe the end of this year. A lot of altcoins are probably going to continue to crash massively, like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, XRP, a lot of coins. I think they're going to go a lot lower. And I think we're going to have an incredible opportunity to buy cryptos at a much cheaper and better discount than we could have ever imagined. And let me tell you that billionaires and real wealth is made in bear markets, not bull markets, because bull markets, people have already made 5x, 10x, 20x, and they bought in way at the bear market at the very bottom. So when you want to make money, you have to buy when things are low. You have to invest in when things are low, not when they're high, not when they're pumping. When Bitcoin's $100,000, if you buy it at $100,000, it goes to 110 or 120, you make 10 or 20%. But when you buy Bitcoin at $10,000 or $15,000, which is quite possible, understanding that the economy is potentially about to enter into a recession, then we can see some incredible buying opportunities, some discounts headed our way. Make sure you guys are using my ALGOSNIPER trading indicator, which calls the very tops and bottoms of market. Look, at the very top of Bitcoin, it gave us a sell alert. If you would have been using this indicator, you could have sold cryptos at the very top and bought at the bottom. Go to ALGOSNIPER.com right now to use it for immediate access. I also have in the Patreon where we are buying and selling cryptos every single week. I am a professional crypto day trader. I make profits every single week, and I give some of you guys my profitable trades in the Patreon. So if you want access to these profitable trades, join the Patreon. It's an incredible trading community. I have a free Telegram below where the people that are in my Patreon that are in it and the people that are using my indicator are both in it. So if you guys have questions regarding it, you don't have to just jump the gun and buy it. You can actually ask people who are finding success in it right now today. So go in my video description for all the things that I'm mentioning. I'm going to see you guys later. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you got something out of the video, consider subscribing with notifications on, and I'm going to see you later.